Good morning, happy Monday. It was such a busy weekend. Yeah, I don't feel like I really rested. Although I don't feel like super out of it today in terms of just like being tired. Saturday or Friday I was here till late. I was here till like 7:30, and then I went home and I basically just like ate dinner and went to bed. Watched some TV, went to bed. And then Saturday I had gone shopping in the morning. I went to Walmart to get some stuff for a video I want to film hopefully this weekend. And then my parents came over and my brother, and they just hung out. We had dinner and we like just barbecued, whatever. And then Sunday, yesterday, I went to downtown San Diego to go to a baby shower for a super good family friend of mine. So it was at like a brewery down there, and they had food and everything like that, so that was pretty cool. They like rented out these like cabana things that were in at the brewery, so that was super cool. And then I came home and I don't even know what I did last night. I did work on some TBT products this weekend, so my place value like activity, the building thing, is up in my shop. And then I also uploaded all of my addition spinners, so those are like a game that I use quite often, like throughout the entire year in my costume, because I do like single digit and then like double digit to single digit and then double digit to double digit and then 3-digit to 3-digit addition. And so there's all the different options, and then there's like 5 different recording sheets depending on like what just kind of works best for you. Some of them are very basic, like you just like quickly like draw out what the addition sentence looks like. Others are a little bit more in depth, where they have to actually like explain through writing what the answer is. So that's all that I did. I got invited to my friend's dinner tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna end up going or not, just because I feel like I need to like just kind of go home, because it's not until late, and I don't know, I kind of just want to go to the gym and then just go home and like relax, because I haven't been to the gym since like last Tuesday, and just because I was sick I didn't go Wednesday, I didn't go Thursday, and I considered going Friday, but then I was so hungry I needed to go home. So I think I just want to go to the gym and then just go home and not like be here super late. So I don't know if I'm gonna go or not, and then I'll probably just meet up with her like another time, because yeah. So this week is like my first week that's like kind of back to normal. Last week was a crazy week. The week before that, honestly, the last few weeks have just kind of been crazy, just in terms of like cramming for the benchmarks. And now that the benchmarks are over, I still have DRA testing to do, but that's a little bit different. I'm super glad that those are all over, because now I feel like I can just kind of get back into like normal routine, especially with like math and stuff. I feel like I was like jumping all around so much that it just took so much extra planning, that I just want to get back into a routine of like doing one lesson, doing 2 different rotations, and both groups are getting the same lesson. They're just getting it, or the same content, they're just getting it delivered to them in like a different way. So if that makes sense, rather than like one group's working on this, another group's working on that. So yeah, that's kind of like what I want to go back to, because it was taking too much planning. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm tired this morning. I'm not like super tired. I went to bed early last night, but I'm just like feeling lazy. very lazy. So I'm gonna get to work, and I will catch up with you guys later today. I just meet with my partner after school about science. We're meeting like every day pretty much after school about different things. So today's focus is science, and we'll see where the wind takes us for that. So I'm gonna get to work. Hello, happy afternoon. It's night. It's 5:45. I'm actually getting ready to head out, but I was trying to figure out what I wanted to share today or like on the vlog, because I want to be better just about like sharing things that I do in the classroom, which I feel like I always say that, but I do want to like make sure that I'm sharing things with you guys that I like find a good idea. And I feel like we have finally kind of perfected the literacy centers for our like balanced literacy block. And so I thought that I would kind of show you guys where we're at with that. So basically what we do is our kids get a checklist each week of activities that they'll be doing, and then we get all the activities ready for them, and we have 3 different groups going, and we base them off of reading levels. So we've got like a DRA basically that we do like our A's through like 10, I think we have it right now, are like in one group. Our teens are kind of in another group, and then all of our kids who are beyond grade level are in another group. And then we're actually going to be making it a 4th group, so we'll have an A, B, C, and D. Just because we have kids kind of at the high end of one group and the low end of another group that we're going to kind of join together to make a group. So anyway, so what we do is this student wasn't here today, so she doesn't have anything on her checklist, so I'll show you. So this is a blank one, and so we have up here, it says like which group that they're in, and then what week we're on. So we do like we do Wonders Una for 2 weeks at a time. So this week we're on week A, and so we just say week A, week B. And so we do a reading block, speaking, listening, writing, and word work, because those are the balanced literacy blocks. So I'm actually just gonna like turn this around. It'd probably be easier to share it like this. So we have a block for each of those, and then we've come up with activities that they're working on for each of those activities. And so for reading, because I mean they're reading like so much anyway, but just as like a reading block, they read their spelling passage 2 times. So their spelling passage is like a fluency passage, and it's this week we're working on 3-letter blends. So this is going to be all 3-letter blends, super short, sweet, nothing too crazy. And then so they read it twice a day, every day. And then on Thursday, there's a game inside of Wonders where they read a passage, and there's like a skill that goes along with it. We're actually backtracking, so we're actually going back to like 1-1 for this, because we just found these last week at one of our trainings. So we're just kind of backtracking with these games, which is fine because they're old. So that's what we said, review skill. And I don't know why we have 2 boxes there. We should only have 1, but that's okay. And then our speaking and listening block, this one's kind of one where we're like just kind of testing it out. This is something that we just recently changed. So they listen to the One Fish story, which is just one of the stories, which this week is just their weekly story. So they're going to listen to the story on their Chromebook within Wonders. They'll do a ReadWorks digital that we assign to them, and we put it under speaking and listening because technically they can listen to the article if they would like to. They don't have to, but they can, and then they just finish the digital ReadWorks from the day before. And then here we have them record themselves through Flipgrid, and then they are supposed to go back and like listen to themselves and give themselves feedback, I guess. And then eventually I want to have them like listen to another person's Flipgrid and give them feedback, but we're just not there yet. And then for writing, they're working on, so like today's was this graphic organizer that we created, and so they're going to do what the main topic of the text was, and then they do a supporting detail or 3 supporting details, and then eventually once we add in main idea kind of goes in the middle, and then topic gets bumped up to the top, and these kind of just get bumped down. So then that will be based off of their weekly story that we started today, and then the next day they will actually make a map, which let me go grab that other stuff actually. Okay, so then tomorrow they will take this page and kind of take the 3 details that they learned, their main topic, and they'll sort of map out the story. So I read a story about, and then the topic of the book, and then I also learned from the text, I know that, and then some sort of just kind of final thought. And then Thursday, they actually write from that map. So they'll just take this map and turn it into like a paragraph, whatever. And then they have like a response page that goes with the Wonders on this day. And then here we're working on word work. So this group is students who kind of need to work on like blends. And so each of the days that recently, this kind of changes all the time, but they've been working on these like blends passages. and they just go through and like read them. They'll do a phonics game that has data tracking on it on Wonders, and then they do vocabulary on the last 2 days, since they've worked with the vocabulary words for a few days now. And it basically just looks like this. They take the word, they use it in a complete sentence and a picture that matches the sentence. And my other group actually does this on day 1, and then they do this is like my slightly higher, like a beyond level group. And then the next day, like the difference between theirs and theirs is like they don't have like the picture on it, and it looks more of like a true, I don't know, Flim Up. I guess really it's like almost identical, besides the fact that it doesn't have the picture. But typically there's a lot less writing on these ones than for those kids. So that's what they do, and then they have their vocabulary for tomorrow, so I need to stuff their folders with that, and that's pretty much it. So this is just one of the groups. So this is like my on level group. This is like basically on level. Like they're definitely not beyond level, and they're definitely not like super far below level. So that is that group, and each day they just complete their activities, they check off their checklist, and yeah, so it makes it super just easy. And that's what actually me and my partner like sit there and do each week. Like I always say, we're working on literacy centers, and that's what I'm saying is we're sitting there like typing up and coming up with like the stuff that goes each week. We try not to change up the activities. We have kind of a lot this year just because we're trying to get it to where we want it, and I feel like we're finally at a point where we all three really like where it's at. And so I'm hoping, oh my goodness, it should like stay like that for a while now, except for adding that like additional group of students that we're gonna like bring in from other groups. So anyway, but yeah, that's what we do for our guided reading time, like our, well, not guided reading, but the balanced literacy block. I'm doing guided reading, that's what they're working on. I love the whole checklist thing because they don't have to like, I don't have to do anything. Like I don't have to set timers, I don't have to like keep them on track in any way. Like they know what they're supposed to be doing. I physically go in and like stuff their folder each day, so they don't even need to ask me like where to find anything. Like I go through and I actually like put it in their folder each day because it's all stapled, and we have our TAs like put the stuff together for us, and we've gotten to the point where there's very little paper. There's only like 1 page for the whole day, which it used to be like a packet because we just weren't using like some of our Wonders resources as much as we could have been, just because it takes a while to train kids, especially second graders, on using the Chromebooks like at the beginning of the year. So but I feel like we're finally at a good place now, which makes me feel so good. And I just feel like if the kids are truly doing all the activities that are on there, like it's so targeted to what they need, which is just awesome to me. Like I love to be able to feel like I'm truly targeting each group's needs, and not every kid's just like doing the same thing. And then like my group that's working more like on a below level, they are working on like sight words and like you know, like CVC words, stuff like that, like the long, you know, magic E kind of stuff. So stuff that they really, really need, that we see like within reading or reading with them in guided reading groups, stuff like that, where those kids are lacking. So yeah, that's it for today, folks. My lips are so dry. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm actually really excited. I wish it wasn't as late as it is because it's now almost 6 o'clock, but Skylar did make dinner, which I just realized that will actually save me time. I'm not like ready for tomorrow, but I'm gonna come early. I only have like a couple things. I have PE tomorrow, and then since I have like my guided reading block is already like all planned at the beginning of the week with all those papers, all I have to do is stuff the stuff inside, which means that's like a block on my day that I don't really have to like think about. Well, I have to think about guided reading, but like right now we're doing DRA testing, so I like really don't have to like do much because I'm just testing. So I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm like ready for the gym, and I cut off the video and I just realized I totally forgot to mention that I'm going to be doing a giveaway, sort of like in, not really collaboration, it's not the right word, but I'm sort of doing it with Maylene over at Mrs. Call's Campers. I hope I said that right. And we are going to be both giving away one Pampered Teacher subscription box, just like one box. So if you saw my live video, I unboxed it then. I wish I would have waited, but I didn't know about the giveaway during that time. So I'm going to be giving away one of the boxes. That was the October box if you want to go back and like watch that. I know that she had mentioned on her channel she's going to be doing, you have to be following her on Instagram. You have to be subscribed to her channel, so this would be same for me. You have to be following me on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then follow Pampered Teacher on Instagram as well. I think their username is pampered_teacher. Yes, pampered_teacher. You have to be following them as well. And then the giveaway will be open until November 12th. And then for mine, you just need to comment down below to say that you want to be entered and answer the question of like, what would you like to see in a teacher subscription box. I believe hers is going to be what was your favorite thing from the box, but since I'm not opening it, I just felt like that wouldn't be a great question for me since I already opened it in the past. And yeah, so if you want to go back and watch that box, it was during my live video. I'll have it linked like in a card or like down below or something, and then you can see what was in the box. And then also go to her channel. I'll have her linked down below, and you can enter on hers as well, so then you have 2 chances to win a November box. And the November box I'm super excited for because the theme of it is going to be writing, and I've been obsessed with writing with my kids this year, so I'm excited to see like what will be in it. So if you want to be entered, follow me on Instagram, follow the Pampered Teacher on Instagram, and be subscribed to my channel, and then just comment down below saying like what you'd love to see in a subscription box for teachers. And it's like school stuff and work stuff, or like not work stuff, it's school stuff and personal stuff, so it really could be anything. So anything that you'd be interested in seeing in a future box. So now I'm gonna go for real, and I tried to end that off like and be quick and not take forever, and then look what happened is I ended it and I missed everything I wanted to say. So I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.